Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to week 2, the week where you can play anyone you want. This is one of the few weeks that I can ever remember where you can virtually play literally anyone you want, which usually leads to high scoring weeks. I think for 50-50s and double ups, head to heads, I think the majority of the people are going to go something like this. And need I remind you, I'm not telling you to play all my picks. I'm just giving you options. Instead of giving you half the player pool, I condense it to allow a fewer plays. Not everyone is right, but not everyone is wrong. I think everyone's going to go this route. And the beauty of this video, I'm going to build out some double up lineups and maybe GPP lineup and try to keep it under 10 minutes. So here we go. So everyone's going to play these running backs on 50-50s, I believe. One way you can be a little bit different, first of all, Zeke and Henry in my mind are you should always have them in your double ups if you can afford them. They're both way too cheap, and I think because of such great wide receiver value, you can plug in Aaron Jones. Detroit can't stop anyone, like throwing or running the ball. So this on any other given week, this would be like a jam all the running backs in kind of week. This is you can just play like 3 of the top 4 or 5 running backs because everyone at quarterback is going to play either Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray. Like Kyler Murray is, the Josh Allen or the better version of Tebow, where he might get you 100 yards rushing and a touchdown, and that right there is all you need for double ups. And then he'll throw 240 yards with a touchdown or 2 touchdowns passing. So, the more the merrier here. Everyone is worried about the Washington front 7. It is good, but they're traveling all the way to Arizona. They might be a step slower this week. Who knows? I think Kyler Murray, gets the advantage here over that front 7. Now, at receiver, for GPP, I like to team them up with Hopkins, obviously. But for the value at receiver, also Mike Evans is another good GPP play. Like, I like to play guys that don't do that well in the previous week. I think Amari Cooper will be the top receiver in a 50-50. In a GPP, instead of playing Zeke and Henry, you might want to play 2 cheaper running backs and pairing them up with Devontae Adams and Hopkins and Amari Cooper as the 3rd receiver, just to be a little different. But on the double ups here, I think my favorite play this week is Paris Campbell. I think unofficially he's the Colts' #1 receiver. He's passed up T.Y. Hilton. 9 targets. 9 or 10 targets is an automatic play. And we'll see. But if he was going up against a good defense, I may be hesitant. But the Vikings, as shown in the previous week, cannot stop anyone. Aaron Rodgers lit them up. He returned to vintage Aaron Rodgers. So Paris Campbell. And then this is where it gets a little bit tricky. There's 3 receivers. Corey Davis at 4,000. No A.J. Brown. He moves up into the #1 receiver slot. And Jacksonville, different this year than other years, their offense can score. So the Titans, they won't just be able to run the ball and throw 10 times. They'll need to throw 20, 25, 30 times to win this game. So Corey Davis. Brashard Perriman, I love him in a GPP play. No Crowder. He's their deep man. He had a breakout year last year in Tampa Bay. I don't know how his chemistry is with Darnold, but the 49ers secondary is still banged up. Love him for GPP. And also like Humphreys here, whereas he's still for like Adam Humphreys. He might be a great cash play. I like him or Corey Davis. Right now, I have Corey Davis slightly ahead of Humphreys in all my lineups, in the majority of my lineups. But Humphreys, the one thing about Jacksonville, in years past, even when they had Ramsey and Bouye, they could never stop the slot receiver. And a big key to success in previous seasons is I usually love to play slot receivers as a receiver for cash. And he's so cheap, you can do anything that you want him to do. For tight end, of course, if we can get it to Mark Andrews, play Mark Andrews. I like Higbee, but not really for cash. Jonnu Smith as a potential GPP is great. I mean, even for cash, if you can afford them. But my cash play, I like Logan Thomas here. We're going back to the flow chart. Cardinals cannot stop tight ends. And a great GPP play, I'm sure a lot of people will be on the Kyler Murray, Hopkins, and bring them back with Logan Thomas. So just a thought. And yeah, so that's my cash play. Now, if you want to be slightly different, as I referred to before, maybe you go cheaper running back with Miles Sanders. He should have a full workload this Sunday against my Rams. And then maybe you want to play either Malcolm Brown or David Johnson. This Ravens team gave up 130 yards rushing last week. And if there's no Duke Johnson, David Johnson's an automatic play for a GPP format. Yeah, this is for the GPP format. Let's say you want to play Devontae Adams and Hopkins with the Kyler Murray. Where are you, Kyler Murray? So look at that. So this right here, you're already different than 60% of the lineups for the GPP. Because in the GPP, a lot of people will play either Zeke or Henry or both. I'm not saying that you shouldn't play Zeke and Henry and Aaron Jones in GPP. Always drop your cash line into the GPP because you never know. But to be different, this might be it. You can go any direction from here. I know I don't give you a 4,000, but then you can add your Corey Davises, Adam Humphreys, Perrimans to this, and be okay. I mean, you don't even need to add in Adams. You can just throw in you can throw in Cooper or something. There's Cooper. So to save a little bit of cash, So that's gonna end this week. So to recap for cash games, start with the running back core of Zeke, Derrick Henry, and Aaron Jones. And there's a lot of receiver value this week. There's a lot of mid 4 to 5K receivers that you can pick up. Amari Cooper, he's pretty solid in Dallas. Is a home game, and the Falcons cannot stop anyone yet. So, yep, there you have it. Let's win some money. Have a good one.